Hi, this is Patty Rojas. Welcome to Happy Healthy Valley, a show for our community where we will be talking about everything that makes you happy and healthy. Join us every Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Happy Healthy Valley. So we always talk about what makes us happy, and who doesn't like to eat good food. It's part of our everyday life. It's part of our culture, especially Mexican food here in the Valley, right?
Definitely.
Today I have a very amazing guest who made the crossover from her restaurants in Mexico to the United States, has been extremely successful and continues to grow, continues to surprise us. So Margarita de Leon, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Patty. What about you?
I'm super happy to be here with you today. Thank you for opening the doors to your office, for introducing us to your staff, and for allowing us to learn more about yourself and about your company.
Well, Patty, it's an honor and congratulations for this wonderful program. I really think you're going to be very successful.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you are doing this for the Valley.
Yes, and the reason why I want to talk about your trajectory and your company is because it's very, very inspiring. A lot of people have, like we've said before, they have talents, they have abilities, they have dreams, ideas, but a lot of the times they don't know what it takes. A lot of other times we see people such as Margarita, who's very successful, and we see her everywhere, we see her traveling, but we don't know what is behind all of her success. You know, there have been a lot of trials and errors, a lot of falls, a lot of, get back up. And so that's what we want to talk to you about. Please tell us how you did the crossovers from Gorditas Doña Tota, which we see almost everywhere, and tell us a little bit about how that happened.
Well, this product became in Ciudad Victoria. It was a family business, and happened to be that I was the one that living in Reynosa, Tamaulipas, and I decided about 25 years ago to do the crossover. When nobody believes in gorditas, all what they knew here, it was tacos. And the only one that did it long time ago, and now I saw just recently the advertising again, it was Taco Bell, that they talk about the gorditas, but it was a very different concept, and that's why I decided to really present our authentic gordita.
So Margarita and I were talking earlier about how they have made it a point to really, really keep the authenticity of their food, their flavor, the ingredients. And we were also talking about how it's important to eat together as a family, how that's part of our Mexican traditions, right?
Definitely. For me it was very, very important because my three daughters, they are American citizens, and when we start living here in United States, I was so afraid that we lose our traditions. So for me it was very important to continue having that kind of flavor that is authentic flavor from Mexico, and to get together in the table, because that's a very important time for the values, to know your children and to really guide them, because we are really living right now in a very, very controversial moments, and it's very important that they should be very proud who we are.
Exactly.
And what we can give to the community as Hispanics. All we have too much to give.
Exactly, and that's a really, really good point. Unfortunately, with the issues of immigration, not that we want to get political or anything, it's been debated whether immigrants in general bring something to the table, or they're good people, and 99% are wonderful people who give a lot, who have a lot to give, who make a huge difference. And you and your family have certainly made a great difference in our community, so we're very grateful for that.
Thank you so much, Patty. Well, has been a long way, when people see that you have like a 13 to 15 or 20 stores between the Valley and San Antonio. I mean, the people say, oh my goodness, She's so successful. I want to be like her.
She's always traveling.
Always having a great time. I always see her here and there. But they don't know the story that is behind, you know. Yeah. It's a story, a hard worker. When they ask me how do you call this success, I always say work plus work.
Yes, very true.
And work in what you really believe and what is your passion. Because when you have that passion, you enjoy, like you were saying a while ago, that you have such a great fun and you are always creating something. And that's my life. I really enjoy what I'm doing.
Yes, thank you very much. So we also were talking about how there is a lot of misconceptions about the gorditas. You know, we think gorditas, we're gonna get like this, and you know, not that we want to compare with, you know, a food that's not very healthy for you. We don't want to throw names out there, but the misconception is that gorditas really are not healthy when it's not the case. So tell us a little bit about the nutrition factors, the ingredients that you use, and how is that different from what we think it is.
Yes, I'm glad that you asked me that question, because many people think that, first of all, the name, gordita, you know. Why is the gordita? The gordita, that you are from Colombia, is like an arepa. I always tell them, it's like a big tortilla or like a pita bread that you start with different kind of dish. But we do have a very healthy, because it's made of corn. It doesn't fry, it's on the grill. And then we have a wonderful ingredients that the gordita by themselves is only 60 calories. Can you believe that?
I didn't know that.
Only 60 calories. So
woohoo!
Yes, that's great. You can have 3 of them with the cactus that we call nopalitos. That is very healthy. The people, they don't know. Nopalitos is very healthy. We also have the panela cheese that usually in all the diets they really recommend to eat the panela. And we have the mushrooms that they are divine. Of course, that kind of dishes we have in certainly time, but we really have
and the different proteins like pork. We were saying how it's one of the best meats that you can eat.
Exactly. Pork is very lean, and we give it in the green sauce. And of course, if you ask for the chicharrón, that's where you have
that's pork rind, by the way.
Exactly, it's pork, but it has a little grease, but all the grease drained. That's why it's crunchy, and at the same time, it's a very healthy protein.
Very, very good. I also want to talk about how, you know, Gorditas Doña Tota has, you mentioned earlier, just in passing, you have about 13 here in the valley.
Yep.
And then you have in San Antonio, in Brownsville, and then you have a growth projection, right? You will continue to grow.
Well, that's what we are thinking, like I'm saying. We are in family business. The one that are in San Antonio, they are my sisters. And here I'm the one that is growing in the valley. And yes, probably pretty soon next year, we are planning to open in Dona, Texas. And very, very soon in October, we're going to have our first food truck. And I feel so excited because that is going to be 100% belongs to one of my daughters. Awesome. That she is very, very encouraged to give food to all that kind of people that come in after having a great parties from the Street 17, and they really want to find something to eat before to go home. So we are very excited for this new challenge.
Very, very good. And one last thing that I'd love to share, because you let us know that we can kind of let it out already. There's a new project coming up that will help restaurants and maybe catering services to improve also their products and their processes. So tell us about that.
Well, yes, we are very, very happy. We just create a new company that is called The Mix of Flavor. Why The Mix of Flavor? Because They have so many different flavors in just one pillow. And we created this for all that kind of restaurants that they finally training an employee that he is the one that cooks for that restaurant, and suddenly he decided to go back to Mexico, or probably he thinks or he wants to open his own restaurant, or just because he got upset he leaves. And then you say, what do I do? Well, we create these kind of pillows that we serve we provide to the restaurants. All what they have to do is open the bag, put it in the stove, and then serve it in the best version.
Wow. This is really amazing. For all of you who are watching, who have a restaurant, who have a catering service, what Margarita is saying is huge, because all you have to do, we know their quality of their products. We know that they keep the integrity of the ingredients, the flavors, the traditions, and all you have to do really is you get the package that has different kinds of flavors and products, and basically you just cook it, so it's ready to go. Thank you, Margarita, for this time, for everything that you shared, for everything that you do in the community.
Thanks to you, Patty. I really feel very honored, and I'm glad that that you mentioned it, that we do catering too. We are already in Facebook, in Instagram, and we are a tailor-made. Whatever you wanted, just give us a call, and whoever still hasn't tried our product, I invite you, and you're gonna have a great experience. Please come to visit us.
Thank you, Margarita. Thank you, Gorditas Doña Tota. And you stay tuned for more next time. Thank you for tuning in to Happy Healthy Valley. Hope you really enjoyed it. We look forward to seeing you next time.